Do you know about Esther? Esther is a woman from the Bible who was Jewish and lived in Persia. Esther was a very beautiful woman. So beautiful, in fact, that the king, when she caught his eye, he decided to make her his queen. Well, there were very evil men that worked under the king that did not like Jewish people and tried to convince the king to pass a law that all the Jewish people had to be killed. Well, that put Esther in a very difficult situation. She could speak up and tell the king that she was Jewish and risk dying or losing everything, or she could keep silent and just continue living her royal life. Well, Esther's cousin, Mordecai, he came to her to convince her that she needed to go to the king. And what he said to her was, "Who knows if your royal life didn't come to you for such a time as this?" Well, that was the turning point for Esther. So Esther fasted and prayed and decided that the choice was clear. She had to go before the king. But Esther wasn't suddenly fearless and unafraid. The fear, rejection, exposure, death, losing everything. The turning point was Mordecai telling her she was made for just a time as this. Esther wasn't fearless, but she was obedient. So Esther went. And when she did, the king was gracious to her. And he did not decide to harm the Jewish people. So Esther's obedience, in the face of fear and in spite of it, paid off for her. Sometimes your fear is connected to your assignment. Esther didn't wait to feel brave. She decided to be obedient. And sometimes in midlife, courage is just that, obedience in motion. For me, it was starting this YouTube channel. My life wasn't at risk or anything dramatic like that, but I had prayed to God for years, begged for Him to show me a different path than the one I was on, where I could do something that would help people, help other women like me who maybe didn't have a lot of courage. And I believe that God pointed me to this YouTube channel. Silly as that may sound to some people, but like I said, I prayed for years, and so during all that time, I kept trying to, I was praying and asking God, but I was still trying to do it myself. I was leaning on my own understanding. I was carrying the burden for myself. Even though God told me, "Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." A lot of you out there, much like me, spent most of your life living in trauma and feeling like you have to do it all. You have to fix everything. No one is helping you. And so that's what I was doing. not paying attention to God, even though I was begging him. I wouldn't be still and just listen. So that's why I have named the channel Still Point. Because the moment I finally did stop, be still, and know that he is God and I'm not, this was revealed to me as what I could do. I still pray every day, of course, but God guides me, sends me constant little messages that I'm on the right path. But that was the point when I decided to be still, and so I called it my still point. And since that day, I've realized each and every day has its own still point, a point in which you decide to be still and listen. If you're asking God for something, if you're facing difficult choices and challenges right now, I suggest you be still and listen for his answer, because he's trying to give it to you. Today my still point was when I promised myself I was going to come out and make a video for the channel, because God did everything for me, but he's not going to make the channel for me. I have to take the steps and do it, right? Sometimes that's how it is. God gives us the answer. We don't get up and do the work. But I procrastinated. I procrastinated most of the day because I was afraid. Afraid of judgment, afraid of looking foolish, afraid of failing. Obedience is acting, even when there's fear. So my still point came when I was watching television, procrastinating, and the TV went out. And I knew I didn't have any more excuses. So I decided to be still and listen. And God was saying, I can't do everything for you. Get up and go. And so here I am. And none of those fears matter. I'm going to be obedient. And I'm going to follow through. I encourage all of you midlife women like me facing challenges to find your still point in every day. I'm here to help you. We're going to find our still points, and we're going to find our path. And God is with us on that path. So tell me, what's your still point today?